may I quickly introduce Girija Madam. Mrs. Girija Subramanian carries with her an experience of more than 36 years in the industry. Mrs. Girija Subramanian holds a bachelor's degree in statistics from Mumbai University. She is a fellow member of the Insurance Institute of India and also an associate member of the Chartered Insurance Institute, London. Mrs. Subramanian joined as Chairman Managing Director of Agricultural Insurance Company of India Limited in September 22, and subsequent to the order of the Ministry of Finance in 2024 June, she joined as the CMD of the New India Assurance, where she continues to be currently. Let me also share a recent news. Girija Madam was recently awarded the Visionary Leader of the Year 2025 by N-Cube collaborators. So with that, may I kindly request Girija Madam to take the stage and deliver the keynote address and the last part of the inaugural session.
Just 2 minutes more to noon. So good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, and to the dignitaries on the dais. It's a privilege to speak to in this conference here, organized for cargo owners, logistics providers, port authorities, customs officials, digital platform leaders, insurers, and policymakers. Thank you so much, the Federation of Indian Exporters organization, to invite me here today. Today I will be talking about a segment of our economy that has been called the backbone of India, the quiet giant that contributes nearly half of our exports and provides livelihoods to millions, our micro, small, and medium enterprises. MSME exporters are at the heart of our aspiration to be a global trading power. And yet, when we look inside, what we see is a sector brimming with entrepreneurial energy, but weighed down by vulnerabilities. Think of a small textile exporter in Tirupur who has built a reputation with European buyers for quality and timeliness. His margins may be thin, but his hopes are big. One day, a trusted overseas buyer delays payments, weeks become months, and suddenly insolvency is declared in that foreign jurisdiction. The exporter is left with unpaid invoices that could wipe out a year's profits or even his working capital. Or picture an engineering unit in Ludhiana that wins its first order in Latin America. The owner is aesthetic and invests in additional capacity and manpower when the news of political upheaval in that country arrives and turns his ecstasy into agony. Borders tighten, shipments are delayed, payments become uncertain. For many large corporations, these are risks that can be absorbed and spread. But for an MSME, such a situation is an existential threat. As an insurer who underwrites health, I often say in forums that a middle-class family is just one major hospitalization away from being pushed into the brink of poverty. Similarly, many MSMEs are probably just one adverse event away from being forced to shut shop. This is the paradox of MSME exporters. On the one hand, they are the most dynamic, innovative, and risk-taking segment, venturing into newer markets with agility. Many export destinations, which large corporations cater to today, were probably put into the export map of India by some courageous MSME. However, the MSMEs often lack the financial muscle and sophisticated tools to withstand shocks. They face risks at every stage: production, shipment, currency conversion, payment recovery, regulatory compliance, and even reputation management in international markets. A sudden shift in exchange rates can turn a profitable order into a loss-making one. A change in customs regulations in the importing country can result in containers lying at ports, accruing demurrage charges. Even a small disruption in logistics, think of the Suez Canal blockage of 2021, ripples across the global supply chains and hits the smallest exporters the hardest. The head of state of an export destination can nullify an export market created over many decades into zero with just a stroke of the pen. And then there are the unpredictable risks. The pandemic was perhaps the most dramatic reminder. When global demand collapsed and shipments were stranded, many MSMEs were pushed to the brink. But even beyond such black swan events, there are recurring tremors, buyers who default, currencies that fluctuate, countries that suddenly turn protectionist. For an entrepreneur who has borrowed against property or taken loans on personal guarantees, such shocks are not just business risks, they threaten family security, sometimes spanning generations. Now, when we speak about these challenges, the question arises, are MSME exporters destined to remain vulnerable, condemned to live with uncertainty as the price of ambition? The answer, I believe, lies in how we think about risk. In business, risk cannot be eliminated. It can only be understood, managed, and transferred. And this is where insurance enters the picture, not as a cost line item, but as a strategic enabler for growth. Let me share a small anecdote. A Pune-based auto component manufacturer was supplying to Southeast Asia. On one occasion, a major buyer defaulted. It was a blow that nearly crippled his business. He said something very striking. At the time, I thought insurance was for big companies. I felt it was not meant for me. I learned it the hard way. After that experience, he began using export credit insurance. Not only did it protect him from buyer default, but it also gave his bank the confidence to extend more credit. With that additional working capital, he expanded to new geographies. What had once felt like an unnecessary expense became the very foundation of his resilience and growth. Stories like this illustrate why insurance is not merely about compensation after a loss. It's about confidence before taking a leap. When an MSME knows that its receivables are protected, it can focus on building relationships and exploring markets rather than lying awake worrying about whether payments will arrive. When shipments are covered under marine cargo insurance, an accident at sea does not translate into a catastrophe on land. When political risk insurance is in place, exporters can dare to explore frontier markets without the constant fear of sudden upheaval. But the role of insurance goes even further. It changes the perception of risk in the entire ecosystem. Banks, for instance, are often wary of lending to MSME exporters because of the uncertainty around overseas receivables. When those receivables are backed by insurance, the bank sees security, not speculation. This unlocks credit, which in turn fuels production and expansion. In other words, insurance not only protects the exporter, but also strengthens the financial architecture around them. Of course, there are challenges. Many MSMEs perceive insurance as complicated, full of fine print, or simply unaffordable. Some rely on informal practices, trusting relationships, post-dated checks, or word-of-mouth references. But the reality of international trade is unforgiving. Good intentions cannot prevent defaults. Familiar buyers can run into insolvency, and no exporter, however experienced, can control global forces. This is why we need to create greater awareness that insurance is not a luxury, but a necessity, not a cost, but an investment. Globally, export credit agencies and insurers have played a pivotal role in building export capacity. In countries like Germany, Japan, and South Korea, small exporters have long relied on insurance-backed financing to venture confidently into overseas markets. India, too, has institutions like ECGC that provide critical support, but the opportunity today is to go further, to create more tailored, accessible, and tech-enabled solutions that meet the realities of our MSMEs. A handloom exporter in Varanasi should be able to buy a cover as easily as he books a railway ticket online. A small place trader in Kochi district should be able to understand in plain language what risks are covered and what claims process to follow. Technology is our ally here. With digital platforms, insurers can reach the last mile. With data analytics, they can assess risks more accurately and price products more affordably. With integration into banking systems, insurance can become seamless, an invisible shield that works in the background without burdening the exporter with paperwork. This convergence of finance, insurance, and technology is perhaps most exciting frontier for MSME risk management. And at the same time, insurers themselves must rethink how they engage with this segment. MSMEs do not have the luxury of dedicated risk managers or legal departments. They need simplicity, clarity, and trust. Imagine sitting in front of a first-generation entrepreneur who has just mortgaged his home to start an export venture. He is not looking for a jargon-heavy presentation on indemnity clauses. He wants reassurance that if something goes wrong, he will not lose everything. The way we design, market, and service insurance products must keep this reality in mind. Let us also acknowledge that insurance alone cannot solve every risk. It must be part of a broader ecosystem of support, efficient logistics, transparent regulations, timely credit, and reliable dispute resolution. But within this ecosystem, insurance plays a catalytic role. It is the safety net that allows entrepreneurs to walk the high wire of global trade. It is the cushion that turns fear into confidence, hesitation into boldness. I often think of risk as a shadow. For those who are unprepared, it looms large and dark, intimidating every move. But for those who know how to manage it, the shadow becomes smaller, manageable, and even predictable. Insurance is the tool that helps MSME exporters shrink that shadow. It does not remove the risk, but it ensures that risk does not paralyze ambition. As India aims for $1 trillion in exports, we cannot rely only on the giants of the industry. The real push will come from thousands of small, medium exporters, each adding their thread to the fabric of global trade. But to unleash their potential, we must help them build resilience. Because without resilience, growth cannot be sustained. Without protection, expansion becomes a gamble, and without confidence, ambition stalls. So my message is simple. Let us not see insurance as an afterthought, as a reluctant purchase made after and under duress. Let us see it as an enabler, a partner in growth, a bridge between vulnerability and strength. Let us innovate, simplify, and evangelize. Let us tell more stories of entrepreneurs who dared to dream because they knew they had a safety net. And to the MSME exporters themselves, I would say this: your courage is what drives our nation forward. You have already proven that you can compete with the best in the world. Do not let fear of risk hold you back. Embrace the tools that can protect you. Use insurance not because regulations may require it, but because your dreams deserve to be safeguarded. I would exhort you all to engage with the insurance industry. Demand the protection you would like to have rather than buy the protection which an insurer offers. With 30+ players competing in this market, I am sure the customer will be the king and his needs will be met by insurers. On my part, let me assure you that the doors of New India Assurance are always open for you. I assure you that we will listen to you and design the coverages you would like to have as long as the risks are insurable. Even as we think of traditional risks, cargo lost at sea, buyers defaulting, political upheavals, we must also recognize that new risks are emerging. Risks that did not trouble exporters even a decade ago. Chief among them is the cyber risk. Many MSME exporters today operate on digital platforms, exchange sensitive information with global buyers, and rely on online paying systems. A single cyber attack, say a phishing email that tricks an employee into transferring funds, or ransomware that locks up production data, can disrupt an entire supply chain. For an exporter working on razor-thin margins, the financial and reputational cost of such an incident could be devastating. This is where cyber insurance becomes critical. It does not just cover financial loss, it provides access to forensic experts, legal support, and recovery tools that would otherwise be unaffordable for a small firm. For MSMEs, having cyber insurance is like having a fire brigade on call, not because you expect a fire, but because you know you cannot afford to fight one alone. Equally exciting is the rise of parametric insurance. Unlike traditional policies that pay out after long investigations and documentation, parametric products trigger payouts automatically when a predefined event occurs. Say, if a rainfall exceeds a certain threshold, or if an earthquake of a specific intensity is recorded in a region. For exporters, this can be transformative. Imagine a spice exporter whose supply chain depends on a predictable monsoon. A bad rainfall year can delay procurement and drive up costs. With a parametric cover linked to rainfall data, the exporter can receive immediate compensation the moment the index is breached. Cash flow protected without disputes, delays, or any heavy claims-related procedures. Or picture a port disruption due to a cyclone. A parametric cover linked to wind speed ensures that exporters get their funds quickly to manage contingencies. In the end, global trade is not for the faint-hearted. It is a journey across turbulent seas with shifting winds and unpredictable storms. But with the right instruments, the compass, the anchor, and the sail, those seas can be navigated. Insurance is one of those instruments. It will not calm down the storm, but it will steady the ship. And for our MSME exporters, the steadiness could make the difference between retreating in fear and advancing with confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of India's exports will be written not only in the balance sheets of large corporations, but in the daily struggles and triumphs of our MSMEs. By helping them manage their risks, we are not just protecting businesses, we are nurturing livelihoods, empowering communities, and securing our nation's place in the global economy. Let us therefore commit ourselves to building an environment where risk does not deter ambition, but instead fuels it, because the future belongs to those who dare and those who prepare. Thank you so much for this patient listening.